The dangerous thing about conservatories is that they exist in a little vacuum isolated from reality, and they teach you very little real life skills. This is exactly the reason why I stopped studying after my bachelor, because I saw a lot of people continuing their studies purely out of desperation. They didn't know what to do once finished. So clearly there's a connection missing between the conservatory and the real world. So I'm gonna provide you this connection with a skill that will make your career as a professional musician a lot easier. I'm gonna talk about 4 simple outreach methods that got me from 1 concert a month to 3 concerts a week. And with outreach methods, I mean ways to get in touch with your potential client. So in our case, with the places where we would like to play. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna tell you a quick little story about how getting rejected during these outreaches can actually benefit your career. So the first outreach method is a personal visit. And I would always choose this method if possible, because it's the easiest way to build trust with your client. Also, when your client has seen you in real life, he won't forget you as fast. And it's easier to leave a good impression. If you're gonna visit your client in real life, make sure that you build some kind of relationship, that you get to know each other. And then you gradually go into asking him questions about what he's looking for. What does he normally look for in the musicians that he books? And you want to get to know as much about this subject as possible, because this makes it easier to help him. The second outreach method is by calling. And you can really stick out with this method because nobody is doing it anymore. A lot of people are scared to call because they think they come off as needy or as annoying, or they think they're gonna embarrass themselves during the call. And the solution to this lies in changing your mental frame. You should think, I called to help this person and not to take something from him. The third outreach method is email. And the benefit of sending emails is that you can put the pictures of previous concerts and videos in the attachment. And this way you immediately communicate, hey, I've done this before and I can do the job again. This also removes friction for your client. This makes it easier for him to work with you. And if you're gonna send emails, make sure that the content is short and simple, because nobody is waiting for long pieces of text. And if you really want to stick out, you can do something that's called the bar test. And the bar test is when you read your email out loud and you ask yourself, would I talk the same way to this person in real life? And the answer is probably no. So try to make your email less formal and more human. The fourth and last outreach method is a DM. And if you're gonna send DMs, make sure that your page, whether that's Facebook or Instagram, is somewhat professional. So that it's not only photos of you by the pool with your shirt off. Best case scenario will be pictures of your previous concert. So again, you communicate, I've done this before. So you remove friction. Once you start reaching out, you will notice that not everybody is interested. And this is not personal. I got the biggest concert of my career through somebody that wasn't interested in me at first. I called a big concert hall in the Netherlands once to see if I could play there, and at that moment they weren't looking for anybody. They told me to leave my personal information through email. And most of the time this is like a polite way of saying, hey, we're not interested. But I sent my personal information anyway, and a few weeks later somebody got sick and they needed a replacement act. So they called me and I ended up giving the biggest concert of my career. And the point behind this story is that rejection is not personal, and that you need a lot of no's to get to the yeses. And I'm curious to know, which kind of problems are you facing at the moment as a musician? And I know you have them, so reach out.